Hi there, Mr. McShane here, and today we're going to learn how to calculate the area of a 2D shape. So what is the area of a 2D shape? Previously we looked at the perimeter, which was the outside of the shape, but the area is the inside. So I'll just shade the inside to let you see what part of the shape we're going to work out today. So this is the inside of the shape. Again, we're going to use units from the metric system. So most of the examples you will see will be using centimeters or maybe meters. That way you can use your ruler to help you work it out. But then things change slightly when calculating the area, because if we were working out the perimeter, we would be working out in centimeters. In this occasion, because it's a large space, it's the space inside the square, we would be working in centimeters or meters squared. And I'll show you in the example how this is written, but we would always be writing centimeters with a small 2 in the top corner, or if it was meters squared, it would be the same. Okay, so let's have a look at an example now. So in today's lesson, we've mentioned that we're going to calculate the area of a 2D shape. So in the previous lesson, the perimeter, we were working out the outside of the shape. So today we're going to be working out the inside. So this would be this area that I'm shading here, okay? So let's look at this rectangle. Again, we'll be working in centimeters, okay? We'll be using the metric system, but it's going to be measured in centimeters squared. Okay, and what does that mean? Well, that means that instead of being a line that you're measuring a whole area, okay? The easy way to do this this first example would just be to count the squares, because these squares are actually centimeters, okay? So there you go, like you can see there that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 centimeters in length, and it's 3 centimeters in height, okay? So if I was to count the squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So the answer for this would be 24 centimeters squared. That's the area of that shape. An easier way to do it would just be to do 3 times 8, and that's what I've done here, okay? I knew the length of the rectangle, I knew the height of the rectangle, so all I do is multiply the length by the height, okay? So 3 times 8 is 24. And another way to do that, you know, if you were to start off by just doing your multiplication calculation to work out the area, you could then count the squares just to check that you got that answer right, okay? So I wrote here 24 centimeters, but that's not correct because it's 24 centimeters squared, and that's how we write centimeters squared, is by putting a 2 just above the centimeters sign, okay? Number 2 isn't quite so easy because we can't just count squares this time, okay? So again, we're going to use a ruler. We can see here that this shape is 4 centimeters in length, and it's also 4 centimeters in height, okay? So this is a square because all the sides are the same. So I know that length is 4, the height is 4, and all I do then is 4 times 4 equals, and we know our 4 times table, so it's 16 centimeters, and do not forget to write centimeters squared, okay? And that tells me this area here. If I was just if I wanted to check that, I could actually draw in these squares, okay? So let's see how accurate my square drawing can be. And this will let me know whether or not my measurement was accurate. Okay, so, and I need to do the height. So let's count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And that's what we calculated this at. You might come up against various shapes. The majority of them will be squares and rectangles. A lot of the time you will only be given 2 of the measurements, but you have to then know or use your knowledge of a rectangle and shape. Okay, so then you think to yourselves, well, if this side of the rectangle is 8 centimeters, then I know that the other side is 8 and this is 3 and this would also be 3. And that would just help you to first of all work out the perimeter, but then we're looking at shape today. We're looking at the area of the shape today, so you would just be timesing the length by the breadth. Okay, hope that helps you, and if there are any questions, please get in touch on Teams.